Hey, hi everyone. Welcome to your show, Coffee with Experts. This is your host, Ranmay here. And today we have Max, who's the head of SEO and AI at Your Easy Web Solutions with us. Hey, Max, how is it going, man?
Awesome. Very good. Thank you. Thanks for having me, Ranmay. I'm honored to be here.
Lovely. Max, before we move any forward and pick your brains on SEO and AI, why don't you talk us through your journey, so far? Let's get to know the human behind the mic and also more about, your agency, Your Easy Web Solutions. What do you guys do? What do you guys specialize in? And then we kick it off from there.
Yeah, nice. Awesome. So, I guess I'll start with my own journey. I've always been into technology since I was a kid. When I was 8, I got my Windows 95 computer, upgraded to Windows 98, plenty of computer games. So, that was me. I loved it since an early age. And I guess when I was in university, I managed through just from family connections to meet who's the owner of the current agency I'm working at, Alexi. So I've known Alexi for a very long time, and he's the founder of Use. And we essentially, he ended up getting me a job whilst I was still studying at university. I had to study in IT, so I started to build websites. And then, from that point on, go from websites, went to SEO, and from SEO to AI, it was a natural progression. But the agency itself, Your Easy Web Solutions, so he started that all the way back in, I believe it was 2014, if not earlier. So it has been quite a while, quite a journey for him. I joined the team when I was only, a handful of people on the team. So I was just supporting of the websites. About 5 years ago, we decided to go all in on the SEO. So, I made a big change going from web design to SEO. I found myself some mentors that started to download and criticize everything that we were doing. At the time, our SEO department was quite tiny. Google Ads was our bread and butter predominantly. So it's funny. Well, all of us in the company at that time, this was me, Alexi, Gregory. We're all techs, so we all come from IT background, and gradually we all evolved from the IT background to start doing Google Ads, work for some entrepreneurs, and then now we're focusing predominantly on SEO, Google Ads, websites. We're doing some CRM setups for clients as well. So we're really helping clients grow. Wow, we're fairly boutique agency. But we cover clients anywhere from small to medium businesses to national operations. We've helped companies like the biggest shipping container operation in Australia. We've got quite a few high level clients as well. So good range.
Lovely. You had the migration or kind of shift of strategy from paid to SEO happen at your agency. So I cannot stop myself from asking this. What is your take on PPC versus SEO?
Well, that's interesting that you asked that. That's a really great question. We choose a completely different frame. We don't put them as versus at all. We actually say PPC plus SEO. It's like 1 + 1 = 3. So we actually try to encourage to do all of it. We say that SEO can help with PPC and PPC can help with SEO. So that's really our approach to it. I mean, if you want a more basic breakdown, we'll say SEO is a long-term game, PPC is a fast game. So that's the basic.
Right. I totally relate to that. And Max, you mentioned, being a bold and a practical AI implementer, right? Can you elaborate on your approach to integrating AI into SEO projects and how do you ensure its effectiveness and ROI for your end clients?
That's a great question. So when I say bold and practical SEO AI implementer, I say that this is something that I wrote last year when I was looking at a lot of people calling themselves AI experts. And I sort of had this thought like, well, true AI experts is probably the guys that are building the thing. I'm more of an AI implementer. So my approach is totally practical. I look at it like this. I think the best education is hands-on. You take the technology, you play with it, you push it to its limits, you find out what is possible, stretch it to as far as you can go. Back early last year, my employer, Alexi, he actually mentioned to all of us in the team, he's like, I challenge all of you, replace yourself with AI and see how far you can go. So I was the one that took that seriously, so here I am now. A year into it, we've fully adopted it into our business, and it's a game changer. And I'm happy to campaign for AI. So you should definitely adopt it.
Lovely. And from an agency standpoint, Max, since we were talking about it in the green room, at an agency from an agency perspective, how influential has been AI in terms of you guys using it and kind of, minting that effectiveness in terms of, also helping you achieve better top line in terms of revenue versus, doing it manually earlier?
That's a great question. So, I mean, literally, it's definitely a practical approach and it's one step at a time. If you're talking about how do you measure ROI with something like AI, I just say keep it simple. I say it's no different to any other tool that you measure within your profit and loss. It's ultimately comes down to your profit and loss, and you simply just add the element of time into it as well. So, the way that we look at it is we end up mapping out all the SEO processes that we're doing. And I started off firstly by asking myself, can we replace any of these processes, human efforts, with AI? And then how far can we take it? So, this whole journey sort of led me to a couple conclusions. Yeah, go back to the previous question as well. How do you make this bold and practical implementation philosophy? So my suggestion for that is you have to understand that you're going for quality of output. So anyone can do an AI output that's like 2 out of 10 quality or 3 out of 10. But how can you get to 10 out of 10 consistently? And then how do you train other team members to do that? And then how do you scale that up, 10x, 100x? So that's really the way that we approach it.
And then talking about, AI, I mean, in its early stages, we had a lot of, misconceptions and, people getting scared about the jobs, content folks and all that stuff. But in your experience, what are the most common misconceptions about AI and in particular, its role in SEO that you would have come across?
That's an amazing question. So both sides of it, people underestimating AI and then people overestimating AI, and for different reasons.
Yeah.
So that's probably the best.
I'm glad you said that.
Yes. Yeah. So it's the answer is somewhere in the middle. Like, this is why I say you have to take a practical approach and test it, push it, be practical with it. It's real world stuff. It's just like a calculator, or I don't know, it's a tool. A lot of people have this, I don't know, like they watch the Matrix or Terminator, which I love those movies. But these are science fiction. We're hearing Elon Musk talk about AGI and things like that, which I don't think it helps, to be honest. I try to ignore all that kind of talk and just say, let's just keep it basic. Let's see if we can save time. Let's see if we can save money. Let's see if we can save brain power. I mean, to me, that's really the value in implementing AI.
Lovely. And quite clearly, Max, you and your agency have kind of cracked it, have, in terms of, implementing it successfully for your clients, and also at an agency level, kind of, leveraging AI to your benefit, right? Be it in terms of ROI or, other parameters. So as per you, what are the best practices, for integrating AI into existing SEO workflows and strategies?
Good question. So our approach to SEO is basically, there's no guesswork. The entire thing is reverse engineering the existing top 3.
Yeah.
So that's basically our philosophy for SEO. And you could look at it at any single SEO metric. You can take the top 3 competitors of anything. If you can pull the data from that and then compare it to whichever client you're working on, or whether it's in your own site, the AI can essentially analyze that at rapid speed for you. So that's the first thing I would say. Second thing I would say is obviously, producing content. That's one of the ways though that we've really, changed our business. We took the entire content in-house. We used to have a lot of, writers and like a lot of people that did it for us. Now we've done a content team, and it's all using our in-house sort of software that we've coded with AI. So, the way that we do SEO, there's a lot of checkboxes that we have to tick in our content that a lot of people don't even look at. So with the AI, we were able to systemize it and get it to a point where we can, pump out 100 pages with all of those boxes ticked in, and they rank. So that's been a complete game changer for us. And finally, so this is the less common one, but this is one that people give me a lot of good feedback about: communication. So communication, client retention seems to be a big problem for a lot of agencies.
Yeah.
And we decided to address that from a different angle compared to a lot of other agencies. We decided to increase the amount of communication that we did. So rather than, we used to have basically a monthly call with basically support during that month. Now it's weekly. Now weekly clients get an email from us, what were wins, what we're working on. We use AI to produce that really quickly within like an hour and a half or something.
Right.
Get it out to all the clients. So we try to improve multiple areas with it. I mean, that's what I mean. It's case by case scenario, but when you add up the time spent with all of these things, and then the quality of the result that you get, let's say if you're getting a 5 out of 10 result, and you could bring it up to a 10 out of 10 result, for me, that's a worthwhile investment.
Absolutely. And you touched upon a very important point there in terms of content. So how do you balance the use of AI generated content with the need for, the humanization of it, the human creativity, and the editorial oversight and SEO content creation?
That's a great question. So this is another one of those misconceptions that people have about AI. They think that AI is doing all the work for you, but that's not what I say to people. I say it needs a pilot. It's a machine that needs a pilot. So that's what our content team does. They're highly trained to pilot this thing to get the high level result. So we're aiming to get 10 out of 10 as close as possible with the resources that we have on a systematic basis. So yeah, I mean, my understanding of Google is realistically, Google doesn't care how you get the output. It cares what is the output, how valuable is it to the searchers, and how unique is it in the way that it's delivered. So, I don't believe that AI is a block to that requirement. I believe that AI is a tool that can help you get that requirement.
Absolutely. And then Max, from your perspective, I mean, let's say, what are the top 3 AI platforms or tools that you or your agency, kind of use it day in, day out?
Yeah, well, straight away, I'll tell you, ChatGPT. I mean, still the daddy, still the winner. I mean, we can't beat it at the moment.
True.
So, yeah, obviously that one. I mean, we use it a lot in particular because it's got really robust coding functionality. We do a lot of custom coding as well. So yeah, that one is definitely our preferred tool. Also for video, we like to use Opus Clip. So we for all the promotional stuff, Opus Clip we recommend it to everyone. If you're trying to build a brand and trying to build expertise and authority for what you're doing, you can easily do your research, come up with the FAQs, record a 1-hour video, chuck it into Opus Clip, and boom, you've got a video campaign for socials that you can run. So that's another one I like to recommend. And finally, it depends on what you're doing. But really, I mean, I've got Gemini and Claude as well to back me up with certain things. Where I don't like GPT's output, I'll jump onto Gemini and Claude and basically give it a go on there as well. So at this stage, GPT is still the granddaddy, and I'm standing by it until we get something better.
Right. I mean, we also use ChatGPT quite, regularly because of obvious reasons. So yeah. All right. And Max, I know you have, kind of have gone through the grind and have now grown, you have stepped onto those, steps there, and you have grown up the ladder now, right? Quite clearly, and are now experimenting with AI, SEO and a lot of other techniques. So what is that piece of advice that you'd want to give to our young listeners today who are trying to make a mark in this SEO space? I would not include AI. I would rather, focus on the SEO space, which again, kind of comes up with something new or the other every quarter or every year, right? So what is that piece of advice you'd want to give to them today?
Straight away, find a great mentor and learn from them and implement their stuff first. Sometimes it might take several mentors before you find the right one. Or maybe in that journey, you'll find the average of the mentors that you looked at. But yeah, if you want to save yourself time, definitely step on the shoulders of giants. There's a lot of good mentors out there. I mean, even on your guys' podcast, you have a lot of amazing mentors. So yeah, these people are generous to give out the information, and they'll offer courses. So yeah, take up the courses, do the information, and fail fast. Achieve as many failures as quickly as you can so you can get to the success. That's what I would say to my younger self.
Lovely. And then talking about mentors, if for our listeners, if they want to reach out to you, how do they do that?
Yeah, look, easiest way is to go to max@use.com.au, yews.com.au, or if you just look up Use Your Easy Web Solutions and then reach us out for there. I mean, I'm on LinkedIn as well. Always keen to hear if you want to reach out and have any ideas to share, anything to ask me. I would love to help in whatever way I can.
Lovely, Max. This has been a brilliant conversation, but before we let you go, I would like to play a quick rapid fire with you. I hope you're game for it.
All right, let's do it.
All right. Since you are, the head of SEO, let's start with the Google search. What was your last one?
Google search. To be honest, I think it was probably something like, it'd be a keyword and a location that I did for clients.
Could have imagined that coming from an out and out SEO guy, right? All right. Your celebrity crush.
Oh, celebrity crush. Let's go Sydney Sweeney for now.
Okay. Favorite sport.
Favorite sport to mixed martial arts. Let's go.
That is lovely. Okay. What did you do with your first paycheck, Max? First paycheck of your life?
First paycheck of my life. I bought myself tickets to a concert, and also bought myself a new monitor to play games on. So yeah.
That must be a good one then.
At the time.
Yeah. Lovely, Max. We'll not go any further. Once again, thank you so much for taking out time to do this with us. Really appreciate it, man. Cheers.
No, it's honored to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, man.